station. Here's the news. I'm Charity Jerome. First, the news headline. ASU warns of fresh strike over unremitted deductions. Vice President Osinbajo optimistic Nigeria will surmount problems. On the foreign scene, Netherlands suspends use of AstraZeneca vaccine. And in sports, Juventus forward Cristiano Ronaldo goal-scoring exploits praised by Brazil legend Pelé. Details of these and more coming shortly. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has blamed the federal government as well as the Accountant General of the Federation over what it called the victimization of its members. It said the federal government had refused to pay its members' salaries despite the no victimization clause of the suspended strike. According to ASU, while its members are back to their duty posts to work, the harsh economy being experienced due to unpaid salary and non-refund of deducted check-off dues will affect productivity. The chairman of ASU, University of Ibadan, Professor Ayo Akinwole, said the federal government failed to remit the deductions it made to the account of the union. The union warned that if pushed to the limit, withdrawal of work in the nearest future may be inevitable. Akinwole said while government was paying outstanding 5-month salaries for those on nominal roll at an agonizingly slow pace, over 100 University of Ibadan academic staff members were being owed salaries for between 2 to 10 months. He said while ASU had remained faithful to the agreement by returning to classes and performing their respective duties, the federal government reneged on its part. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has assured Nigerians that the country will surmount the challenges confronting it. Professor Osinbajo gave the assurance at an interdenominational church service held in Owerri yesterday as part of activities marking Governor Hope Uzodinma's 1 year in office. The vice president said that the federal government had put in place measures to tackle Nigeria's challenges head-on, adding that Nigerians were greater than any problem. He, however, urged Uzodinma to continue meeting the yearnings and aspirations of Imo people through good governance.
Most of the equipment that our soldiers and armed forces are using are those that were prepared during the edition.
To security now, the chairman, Senate Committee on Army, Senator Ali Ndume, says there's need for the executive arm of government to consult security experts across the globe in order to holistically nip insecurity in the board. The Borno State lawmaker stated this at a roundtable discussion with media practitioners in Abuja. While lamenting on the spate of insecurity and other social vices due to unemployment ravaging some parts of the country, he maintained that the nation is at a bridge of collapsing if stringent measures are not put in place.
Most of the equipment that our soldiers and armed forces are using are those that were prepared during the edition.
Senator Ndume added that the total number of security personnel in the country, which seems overwhelmed, is below expectations. He further advocated for the increase in budgetary allocations for security agencies in order to purchase adequate arms for effective service delivery. The Are Onakakonfo of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, has called on the federal and Lagos state government to compensate victims of the March 2020 Abule Ado pipeline explosion in Lagos. Adams made the call in Lagos at a memorial prayer in honor of those who lost their lives during the pipeline explosion on March 15, 2020. Adams, who is also the chairman of the association, said the event was to ensure that memories of the incident, the lives lost, the losses incurred, and the damage to the community was not forgotten. He added that it was also to remind the government of the promises made to the victims and urged them not to relent in fulfilling them. He noted that 30 people, including the association's vice chairman, his wife, and 2 children, died instantly from the explosion, and over 300 houses were destroyed during the explosion. He appealed to Lagos state government to upgrade the status of the traditional ruler of the community in recognition of his efforts at developing the area. The Osun state government has condemned the killing of 6 family members at Wasimi in Irewole local government area of the state by unknown gunmen. The police command in the state had confirmed the killings, which took place on Saturday night. The state's deputy governor, Mr. Benedict Alabi, who paid a condolence visit to the bereaved family yesterday, described the killings as a disheartening and unfortunate event. Alabi, who was received by scores of family members of the deceased and some leaders in the community, described the incident as a case of brutal assassination. The deputy governor assured the community that the perpetrators would be brought to book in no distant time. He added that the state government had ordered the security agencies in the state to fish out the perpetrators and bring them to justice. He urged members of the community and indigents of the state to remain calm while assuring them that the government would continue to provide security across the state. Well, it's still the 1 p.m. news here on Splash 105.5 FM. Still to come, Netherlands suspends use of AstraZeneca vaccine. And in sports, Juventus forward Cristiano Ronaldo goal-scoring exploits praised by Brazil legend Pelé. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring you details of these and other stories. Please stay with us.
Like this, eh?
Mama, don't tell her. I don't tell her say make she go throw the dirty for junction. Then she dey tell me say the children for the other yard they laugh am. Say with dirty say na wetin dey cause sickness be that.
Mama, na true now. Then they try their dirty for nylon bag. Make us come back and see they don't pay. If you don't talk say for their area, me buy the bag and put for where they burn am. Only me remain. I don't tire.
You don't tire. So now who go throw am?
Make Papa go.
Me?
Lie.
You see, Mama, help me now.
You were so?
I beg. Pack your dirty well. Throw where and where e no go make you and other people wey dey around you sick.
Well, it's good to have you join us again on the news at 1 p.m. here on Splash 105.5 FM. Turning to the foreign scene now, the Netherlands have become the latest country to suspend the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine over concerns about possible side effects. The Dutch government said the move, which will last until at least the 29th of March, was a precaution. The Republic of Ireland earlier made a similar decision over reports of blood clotting in recipients in Norway. But the World Health Organization says there is no indication of a link between the vaccine and blood clots. The announcements by the Netherlands and Ireland followed similar moves by Denmark, Norway, Bulgaria, Iceland and Thailand. The European Medicines Agency, EMA, which is currently carrying out a review into incidents of blood clots, says the vaccine's benefits continue to outweigh its risks. Myanmar's military has imposed martial law across more districts following one of the deadliest days of protests since February's coup. At least 21 people were reportedly killed in the city of Yangon on Sunday, with additional deaths reported across the Southeast Asian nation. The violence came a day before the country's ousted civilian leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, was due to appear in court. She's due to face a slew of charges her supporters say are fabricated. Pro-democracy protesters are demanding the release of Ms. Suu Kyi, the head of the National League for Democracy, NLD, which saw a landslide victory in elections last November. She's been held at an unknown location since the 1st of February coup. United States President Joe Biden has urged people to wait for the results of an inquiry into sexual misconduct allegations against New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Asked whether Mr. Cuomo, a fellow Democrat, should resign, Mr. Biden said, quote, "I think the investigation is underway and we should see what it brings us," end quote. His comments contrast with those of other senior party members who said the governor should step down. 7 women accused Mr. Cuomo of sexual harassment, allegations he denies. The 63-year-old governor is defying a growing chorus urging him to resign. And now to some sports. Brazilian legend Pelé has taken to social media to praise the goal-scoring exploits of Cristiano Ronaldo after the forward's hat-trick in Juventus' 3-1 Serie A win over Cagliari on Sunday. Ronaldo scored a perfect hat-trick inside 32 minutes with a header, a right-footed penalty, and a left-foot shot as Juventus bounced back from their midweek Champions League exit. Those 3 goals took the 36-year-old 5-time Ballon d'Or winner to an incredible tally of 770, with the player acknowledging the feat on Instagram and praising Pelé's impact on him growing up. The judge who awarded Juan Francisco Estrada the widest victory over Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez has been temporarily suspended by the WBA. Carlos Sucre's scorecard was 117 to 111 in favor of Estrada, who won a split decision to unify the WBC and WBA super flyweight titles on Saturday night. The other 2 scores were 115 to 113, one in favor of Estrada and Gonzalez each. A WBA statement said the governing body planned to evaluate the performance of the Venezuelan-born Sucre. And just before we go, here's a quick recap of the major headlines. ASU has warned of fresh strikes over unremitted deductions. Vice President Osinbajo has expressed optimism with Nigeria will surmount its problems. On the foreign scene, we told you that Netherlands has suspended the use of AstraZeneca vaccines. And in sports, Juventus forward Cristiano Ronaldo goal-scoring exploits have been praised by Brazil legend Pelé. For more details on the news, you can visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download Splash FM mobile app on iOS, BlackBerry World, and Google Play Store to listen live, get news updates, and opinion poll. You can also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5 and then click to download. We now have come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station, and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawuwo, assisted by Abidemi Kajokbola. I am Charity Jerome. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.